Well, hello there, everybody. I want to welcome you to Retirement's Underrated. Oops, I forgot to put my microphone on, so believe it or not, okay, real quick. Got my microphone. Put that on. There we go. Anyway, I want to welcome you to Tim's Retirement's Underrated. I also said Tim is underrated, but anyway. Anyway, I want to welcome you to the live stream. I just want to touch base with you guys, see how everybody's doing. Hopefully, folks will be joining me tonight. I thought I'd take the opportunity. I know I did a couple live streams over the weekend, kind of impromptu. Just wanted to touch base and let you know how things were going here. It was definitely an eventful weekend. We got a lot of snow. Definitely got a lot of snow. We probably got, I think there's probably, I mean, we had snow left over from the last snowstorm we had. But we probably have 24 plus inches on the ground at this point. So it's piling up quickly. And I think we're supposed to get another storm this weekend. So it's going to be an incredible winter coming up. I think it's shaping up to be a strong one. But it's unbelievable the amount of snow. My contractor cleared his path around the house. We're going to clear off the snow off the roof. And but it's amazing how deep the snow is. And of course, the animal tracks are going all around the house. The deer are still doing their thing. The rabbits and the birds and all the critters are doing their thing. They're kind of going around the house. It's kind of fun to see the trails that they leave as they're making their mark going around the house. It's funny. There's one critter. I haven't figured out yet what it is. It's going from euonymus bush over to the um, uh, air conditioner unit, and then it goes back. It's a straight line back and forth. It's a clear line of traffic. It's definitely deliberate. And I don't know whether the thing's storing nuts or the special somethings in the air conditioner or whatever it's doing, but definitely there's a path. And so when my contractor blew a snow path through that, I'm thinking, well, whatever was crossing that is going to reach a big chasm and it's going to go wah, over the edge. It's probably going to have its little hiney sticking out on the other side or something. So anyway, hey, Sam, how are you? Thank you for joining me, Sam. Thank you for not leaving me alone. Uh, Sorry did not make it to your live stream. I did leave a comment. I did watch it on the follow-up, but sometimes on Sunday nights I wind up falling asleep at my chair. So hope all is well with you. That life is treating you fine. I don't know if did you ever figure out the shed situation in your backyard? I know you had, I think three sheds, right? And you were trying to get that worked out so that you can continue to have them. I know you were sharing that four. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Four sheds. I know you were trying to get that all worked out. And you were fortunate to have the sheds missed by the trees that fell down. I saw the footage. That's incredible. Hi, Ness L8D. Thank you for joining the channel. Thank you for joining the live stream. I'm glad you joined. Hope you got a chance to check out the channel, a little about what I'm about. But I read a little bit about me, Ness. Oh, actually, this might be, I'm wondering, oh, okay, this might be my wife, Ness, who's joining on the other end. Okay. And retired, and I'm excited to have my wife on the line. I'm working step by step. She's going to join me online someday. So you're going to see her beautiful face and you're going to forget all about me. Let's see. Sam said, I discovered that one of them had gone through I am going through let's see. So are you saying, Sam, that one of the sheds that you had some damage through the roof? Am I reading that correct? And my wife is saying, of course, yes, that's her. It is her, and thank you, Lisa, for joining me. Thank you. Let's see. I haven't gotten it figured out yet, but I may have to buy some land outside the city that doesn't have restrictions. Okay. Well, definitely keep us posted on your channel. Let's see. Said yes, one of the sheds has a limb through it. Oh, I'm sorry that that happened. I thought you got away with not having any damage. That would have been beautiful. I mean, some of those trees and the size of them, they came pretty close to your shed. So I was thinking you were very fortunate to not have any damage done to them. But of course, I'm hoping that you don't have it. You know, hopefully none of your merchandise was critically damaged, and that you did out okay. So, and I'm hoping that things work out with buying that land for you as well. Hey, Simply Debbie Sue, thank you so much for joining us. Hey, Tim from Retired Inspired. Thank you, Debbie Sue, for joining me. How are you feeling? I've been thinking about you and how is your recovery going well? Everything going good with you? I hope so. So I'm so glad to have you join me here tonight, and always enjoy your stories, guys. If you haven't seen Debbie Sue, and specifically to my wife, Lisa, check out Simply Debbie Sue. Debbie Sue, my wife is actually on the chat. She's at Ness LAD, which is an interesting handle, but that's my wife. That's the better half of me. That's what makes everything work. She's the one who puts up with my nonsense. So I'm excited to. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's her. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yep, that's my girl. I'm hoping to get Lisa and my daughter Gabrielle on the channel. You know, like I said, once you all get a chance to meet her, you know, you'll forget about little old Tim. But yeah, Ness is her uh, hint, her nickname. And there's a long story behind that, but maybe when we get her to interview on the channel, her name is actually Lisa, but she has a story behind the nest and what it means, but I won't spoil it. So, and retired inspired Sam says, "Hello, Mrs. Retirement. It's underrated. You should go to Tim's room and be on." Yes, please, Lisa, come on over. Please, please come over. I think she's eating dinner, but yes, please come through that magical mystery door over. Yeah, that. See how I'm directionally challenged. That door right there. Come through that magical door and get to meet the crowd. um, she's wonderful. We've been married for since 1990, so we have been on our marriages. Let's see, now we've gone. Let's see, we're at 35 years. Oops, and of course, yeah, I'm gonna hang up on that. Of course, phone calls. I have the Apple Watch. People always call when you're on the live stream. So, but a good friend of mine. Let's see. We would love to have you come with Tim sometime, Lisa. Yes, you see that, Lisa? People want to see you. Please come on board. Ness, hi, retired. May not be able to today. A little camera shy, but one of these days. Yeah, she's a little camera shy, but honestly, she's gorgeous. And she'll do great on the camera. She's a little shy. Uh, and she's got a lot to share. I mean, honest goodness, she's put up with me for 35 years. I mean, my goodness. Um, we've known each other since 1987 or a little before. So, yes, we've known each other a long time. We have two beautiful children, at least Gabrielle and Jonathan. Jonathan, you've met on an interview that I did and I posted on the channel. And Gabrielle, I'm supposed to get it. She wanted the questions up front. See, she's planning. She doesn't want to be tricked at anything. She doesn't want to be caught by surprise by dad. So she's making sure she's covered her bases. So anyway, let's see. So Gabby is doing great at her state job. She's just shining spectacularly. Yeah, and when she's ready, Debbie. So yeah, absolutely. But I think Debbie Sue, I think you and Lisa are probably kindred spirits. I think you were writing and doing the writing thing and sharing your thoughts and your stories, which are beautiful stories. And Lisa has aspirations. She's always wanted to write. So I think once you and her get hooked up, let's see if I can land this hooked up. You, I think you two would hit off fabulously. She's she's got a lot of stuff there she can write about, and yeah, Lisa, if we can put up with Tim's mug for right on the road level, you're true, Sam. You're so right. Absolutely. Yeah. See, Lisa, they're all right. Yes, that's one thing, babe. And when I say babe, I mean my wife. That's one thing about this community. It's been very encouraging for me, and I won't get emotional here, but it's been very welcoming and opening to the things I've done on this channel, and who I am, and I've been accepted for who I am, and that's what I hope this channel is about: is that people can feel safe, express themselves. I don't do anything political. I don't do anything religious. I just accept people who they are. Obviously, I have strong opinions about these things, but they're not for here. Everybody's got opinions, everybody's got thoughts, but I just want this to be a great spot where we can share our life's experiences. I can share a few things that I've learned. Let's see. Sam said, "Who told you that I have been accepted?" Lafayette. Well, I've accepted you, Sam. You're a beautiful man. I don't know if anybody's told you lately, but you're a beautiful man. So there you go. Laugh out. Yeah, there you go. I joke with my friend Rob, who's maybe one of these days I'll get him on the channel. I said, Rob, you're a beautiful man. And so we kid back and forth with one another. But, you can have those friendships with one another and you can kid back and forth and accept for each other who we are. And we all bring something to the table. I mean, in all the different channels that I've watched and are streaming, they all bring something different. Sam's channel, Simply Debbie Sue, and then you have Evie's channel, and then of course you have Steve's Retirement Corner, of course, you know, the Retirement Corner, the garage videos, and so we all bring something to the table, so it's a wonderful thing. So I have to ask you guys, how did you make out with all the snow? Have you we got let's see, my when my contractor snow blowed the side of the yard, we already had a bunch of snow, and we probably have a good 24 plus inches on the ground. In fact, you can see where the different snowstorms have happened, and they're already talking about another snowstorm. Uh, check out some of the videos I posted, but man, oh man, we got a lot of snow. But still, Rick's channel, he got a lot of ice down there in Virginia. And honestly, I commented on Rick's channel that I said, "Well, Rick, I would rather have all the snow than the ice." He had about 2 or 3 inches of ice. It was thick on the ground, and there's just nothing you can do with the ice. Let's see. Oh, there's Rick. Okay, yes, Rick, please comment on that. I saw your video and you got a ton of ice. I would rather deal with a foot of snow or 2 feet of snow. Let's see. Simply W. Sue said, we didn't get as much as that they said we would, but we got about 3 inches. But we did get freezing rain. Yeah. The sun came out bright today, but it's so cold. 2 degrees. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah. My wife said I spent about 4.5 hours snowblowing, and no joke. And I thought it would be a good sport to, and I finished our yard and I saved of course, I have a Cub Cadet, 3 stage, and I don't know, I'll have to post some pictures of it, but anyway, I have a Cub Cadet 3 stage mower, snow blower, and the snow came up just about to the top of the snow blower, and then and in some spots beyond. But I cleared out the entire driveway except the ends of the driveway, which I wanted to leave to the end just in case it was wet. You know how snow plows will drive by the street and plow all that stuff. So it's even higher. It was probably 3.5, 4 feet of snow at the end of the driveway. And I didn't want to touch that because if it was wet, that would clog up the snowblower and that would be the end of it. So I cleared the entire driveway, went over it. And of course, as you're clearing, you're doing little snow paths. You clear it, but the plow puts the snow to the side and you have to go over it 2 or 3 times. So, finally I got that cleared and I cleared out the ends of the driveway, which thankfully it was a dry snow because it was so cold. It was a powdery snow, as they say. So I cleared out the end of the driveways and I thought, well, and I saw the guy's yard across the street and he was blocked up too, but he was away. I thought, if he comes home in a couple days, it's going to be a solid rock of ice. So I started to work on his yard and I got the end of the driveway and I got some, as I call dirty paths that I went by, but leaving little tracks of snow that I would clean up later. But I caught a stone in his driveway, and that was the end of it. It got caught in the snowblower, and my contractor cleared out the rock, which was jammed firmly, firmly between one of the blades that spin, and it wasn't going anywhere. That was the end of the snow blowing. He cleared that out today, but and one of the shear pins, of course, broke. But I don't think my neighbor knows who did his yard, but that's okay. It was the right thing to do, and I did a little video on that. So anyway, let's see. Let's see. Ron. Oh, hey, all things Ron. Welcome to the channel. You're lucky, man. Your wife watches your channel. Once in a while, she blesses me with it. Of course, she hears me talking about it all the time. So, uh, by sense of proximity, she hears about it. So, she said she would join. I'm trying to get her to join the channel, Ron. Because honestly, once you see her, and they'll forget about me, and she'll be doing her own channel then. Let's see. Rick says, "Hey Debbie, Tim, it actually started to. Oh, it did melt. Okay. Uh-oh, sprained your knee shoveling yesterday. Okay, you're icing and elevating. Yeah, and powdery snow is nice. Neighbors helping neighbors. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry you hurt your knee. That was thick snow. I mean, thick ice. I mean, I honestly, I would rather deal with the snow I don't care how high it is. If it's powdery, I'll deal with it. But the ice, that's a different kind of beast. And so I hope keep your knee up, keep it relaxed, maybe ibuprofen or something for the knee or something to take the swelling down. But hopefully you're okay. Keep us posted how you doing. Sorry that happened to you because I mean, you had the same mindset. You were helping your neighbor, and Rick went around helping his neighbors in the area. He just didn't do his. He helped his neighbors around him, which really is a great spirit to have. So kudos to you, Rick. Thank you. Thank you for doing that to your neighbor. I think it's important. And I think it's important to keep an eye for those who are older than us. Like the guy across the street, he's a retired Presbyterian minister. He was away, but if he was coming home, he was getting into his driveway because the snow was about 3 feet high or more. And so I cleared it out, but you know, it was the right thing to do. Whether it's appreciated or not, it was the right thing to do. So, I mean, I had the equipment, I had the time. I'm retired, actually, after all. So why not? It was cold though. It was cold. The one good thing about the snowblower, it has heated handles, so that was lovely. But I was tired. I was dragging my puppies. I was definitely tired by the end of it. And then and of course we're expecting more snow this weekend. So um but it was quite the snowstorm and snow's piling up and it was funny. My daughter went out afterwards. My wife cleared the cars. And it's funny, the cars in the short video that I posted. You would only know that they were cars, excuse me, by the size of the pile of snow. They resembled the shape of cars, but they were cars on them. You could see the shape of cars, 3 cars piled in the driveway. No license plate, no cars, no nothing, just snow shaped like cars. And so my wife Lisa went out and cleared the snow, and then my daughter Gabrielle went out afterwards, and God love her, she shoveled away the snow away from the cars. And everybody made it to work this morning, and everybody made it in. So, and then my contractor cleared off the rest of the snow, got the pebble out of the snow blower, so that was good. So everything turned out for the best. So, does anybody, I did post a video on my laptop. Let me turn on the screen a little bit. Okay. So I did post a video about an HP laptop. I don't know if any of you had questions on it. It's one of those Snapdragon processors. I posted a couple videos on it, but if you had any questions, absolutely ask away. Again, this is something I bought for myself, but the standby life is incredible. And here, of course, I've got my channel up and going, all the nice little metrics as you YouTubers would know about. And it's lovely. It's a wonderful thing. And I'll read up, and it's so light. Honestly, look at the thickness of that. It's so light. And this thing actually lasted about 4 days on extended battery. Let's see. Simply Debbie Sue said, I saw that you dropped the video, but I'm a little behind. That's okay, Debbie Sue. I mean, you've got a few things come going on, so you just get well. That's the important thing. Sam said, my first computer was a Packard Bell 486. Wow. So I started with a 286, believe it or not, Sam. I date myself back a little further. When Lisa and I got married, it was 1990. And then we bought our first, I knew a guy from the Army Reserves. I bought a 286. I don't know if any of that rings a bell with you guys, but a 286, it was a monochrome monitor. It was DOS operating system. And I bought this computer, and they were built, my friend built it for me. And honestly, my wife became a computer widow because I was playing this thing and on the computer so much that yeah, I think I paid maybe $1,600 for it, and it was, and they had a game back in the '90s called Wing Commander. So that was, oh, my poor wife. Yeah, we learned how to tether the passions with computers. So yeah, we had that, of course, and I started tracking our finances on it right away. But yeah, simply it's Debbie Sue. Oh yeah, Sam paid about $3,000 for his first 46. Yeah, they were unbelievable, and it's amazing how far things have come. Now we've got our phones, and we've got our laptops, and we've got our tablets, and we've got this and that, and then we've got, of course, if you got an Apple or watch or an Android watch or this, that, we got so much technology that we would be amazed if we looked ahead of time to see what the things we had. But Debbie said, so tell, yes. So, yes, a computer widow. Yes. Yes, she would tell you about it. Maybe we'll talk about it in a future video because I got so obsessed about this computer and so involved that all my time was being absorbed by that. And unfortunately, that has its ramifications. So she paid the price for that. We worked it out and things got better, but it took a little bit and it wasn't easy. So, yes. And yes, she says, yes, a computer widow, except there wasn't so much laugh out loud at that point. So, simply Debbie Sue, what is this? This is an HP Hewlett Packard. And the reason why I bought it is, and you can see it's a very thin laptop. Oh, okay. Sam says his wife is the eBay widow. This I bought on the advice of a guy called Paul Thurrott. I watch a technical podcast, and he had talked about this. And what made this laptop so different is a couple things. It's in a Hewlett Packard, which is not unusual. But what made it unusual is it has this thing called a. Let's see if I can move it over. Uh, let's see, a Snapdragon processor, an X Plus. It's a different kind of chip on it. It's not the Intel chip. It's not the AMD chip. It's a Snapdragon chip, which is I'm drawing a blank at this point what type of chip it is, but it's a new type of architecture and it uses a lot less resources. So, what does that mean? This laptop has incredible standby life. And he was talking about it, and he's a technical reviewer. And he said it's the best laptop he's ever had, which is saying a lot because he's done thousands of laptops. And he said, what's amazing, you could put it, the standby mode is for it is incredible. Serious stuff. Is incredible. My laptop on the first charge lasted 4 days. And at that point, it was 30%. So the standby on it is incredible because it's a different type of architecture that doesn't require all that legacy old stuff from the Windows environment. And so I got it with it has 32 gig of RAM on it. That's random access memory, which is important for running your programs and so forth. And it has a terabyte SSD. And the battery life is incredible. You're not going to play games on it. But if you're doing I did a live stream on it not too long ago, and it lasted through that. I've done a lot of things on and off, but I'll close it and have it as so thin, and then maybe the next day I'll open it up again, and it pops right up. Beautiful display. Look at that beautiful chipmunk. It's a beautiful little OLED display, and it was on sale. So it was $900 originally, and I bought it for under $700. So, and it's not heavy. No, it's very light. I mean, this is my hand, so I'm holding it. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, it's super light. It's a 14-inch screen. So if you need a bigger display, I mean, I guess if you had to find the downside, it's a smaller display, so you're not going to fit as much text with it. But you could always, honestly, you could buy an external screen, plug it into the laptop, and you got a big screen. But what's lovely is that it's so light and thin. Unfortunately, this I bought it on sale. It was $220 off. It's no longer on sale. So unfortunately, you have to pay $900 for it now. And of course, I watch technical stuff, so memory prices, as a warning to the community, memory prices have gone through the roof because of all this artificial intelligence. A lot of your big industry who are building, I guess, AI data warehouses have pre-purchased a lot of the memory, the RAM, and storage so that the prices have shot through the roof. I mean, shot through the roof like 3 times as much. So what you bought for $100 would now cost you $300 for RAM. Apple seems to still have the best prices on now. Before they were outrageous for memory upgrades. Now they're so reasonable. We'll see how that lasts, but still at $900, this is a lovely purchase. And unless you're playing games, the fact that I could carry this around the house and do what I do a live stream. The only thing I wasn't able to do, and I tried the other night with the snowstorm, I thought I could be by the back window and see the snow fall in the background and then have me and the snow fall in the background. I thought that would be lovely. But what happened is because it was focused on my face and the darkness that was around it, it absorbed more light. And of course, the windows became so bright with light that you couldn't even see what's outside. So I'm still thinking about it. Maybe Ron from All Things Ron can kind of address how he would handle that. He's much more in tune with these things I'm learning. So, but I'm extremely happy with it, guys. It's probably the best laptop. I was a computer programmer, probably the best laptop I've ever had. And I've had the MacBook Air as well, but I don't think the MacBook Air lasts as long. Now, the MacBook Air is a higher quality item, and it's a beautiful laptop. My wife has one. I gave my daughter mine to, to give to her and meet her needs. But um, handle what? Ron says, handle what? I would say probably, a friend of mine was asking me this, Ron. He just got off the phone with me before. He said, well, what he was doing photography, and I told him, I said, well, my friend, my friend's name is Rob. I said, well, Rob, what I use this for is I stream live videos. I'll do general content consumption, but most of the stuff, even photograph editing or basic stuff, this is more than fine. Um, However, if you're doing more, I know there's what do they call OBS Studio. I've got that loaded. I'm still learning it, so that's out there. But as far as content creating in YouTube, I think it would be okay. I can't remember everything what all things Ron uses, but he's that my hat's off to him, so I defer it to him because he's used things and been more successful in doing a bunch more than I've done so far. But check out his channel, by the way. I mean, he's wonderful content. I mean, he's just great. And if you want to see how to view different angles of things, check out Tim Childers' channel, Life and Motions as well. Oh, you and Ron was in tech. Yeah, I was a computer programmer, but again, uh, what angle of tech we handled, I mean, that can vary. Let's see, what software did you end up going with? I remember we had talked about that. I think I was going with Kden Live, KDEN Live. It was a freeware venture, but I started having some problems with it with one of the upgrades, and it was getting frustrated. So I switched to DaVinci Resolve, which was also free because I was still trying to look for low cost editing solutions. Although I've kept in mind what we talked about, I went with DaVinci Resolve, which has been wonderful. It's been a great for the live videos. I use that just for the yeah. DaVinci Resolve is wonderful, and there's so much to learn with it. I'm surprised they give it away for free. I mean, there is a professional, I think, edition of it you can get, and they sell a lot of quality equipment. But being a newbie, I love it. I've had nothing but good luck with it. It's been straightforward and easy. I just, have to use it a little more. I've done about 50 videos, give or take, with that, and the others have been shorts and lives. So that's what I've settled on for now. But I think it's great. It's a wonderful tool. I mean, my goodness, I can't imagine. Let's see, but the free is good enough. Yeah, exactly, Ron. Yeah, exactly. So I think it's a good option. And so I'm enjoying the laptop. It's been wonderful. My friend's decided whether to get this or he was thinking of MacBook Pro and he's going to do photo editing. But you know, I think I mean, this has got an OLED display. It's got 2K resolution. I think probably your MacBook Air, if you're doing photo and want color accuracy, you might be better off with the MacBook Air. Price wise, for us generalists who aren't so specific, I think this is fine. And yes, Sam, you use Power Director. Okay. And it's 14. And let's see, Mike's retirement corner. I used Camtasia for years on my tutorial channel, but using Final Cut Pro for my talking head videos on this channel. Yeah, Final Cut Pro is I hear is a wonderful tool. So you're using the MacBook or in the Apple environment. And we use Camtasia. Actually, I was a computer programmer at a hospital, and they use Camtasia for different things for doing tutorials for the doctor. So I've heard that name used before. So I'd like to do more with sharing my computer screen and doing different things, but let's see. Mike's Retirement Corner had some good tips on today about TV watchers and comments. Yes, check out Mike's Retirement Corner. He's doing some wonderful stuff too. See, we have such a beautiful community here of content creators that, s- you know, Ron brings something to the table, Mike and Sam, and, everybody. It's just incredible. And Simply Debbie Sue, it just, we all have this different take on things. And I think together, I think it's wonderful because we can kind of bounce things off each other. Maybe each of us brings a little bit something different to the table, and then we can, we can grow in our experience together. Let's see, Mike, Adventure Sparks. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Mike, welcome back. Welcome for joining the live. I thank you for joining. You've got Mike has a wonderful channel. He's got a great sense of humor. I think Mike, you actually had, pardon the expression, I don't know even know how to say this, but on the back of his camper, he had a a commode seat. Let's put it that way. And he has just such a wonderful sense of humor. Oh my goodness, he's just a hoot. I just appreciate him so much, and so thanks for joining us, and thanks for adding to the conversation. So yeah, I think we're supposed to get more snow this weekend. I think we're supposed to get hit with another storm that's coming across. I think the temperatures, and whether you got hit with snow or whether you get hit with temperatures, I think the whole across the country got hit. Even North and South Carolina got hit. North Carolina got hit. Let's see. Mike's retirement grant said the Mikes, yes. And let's see. My Mike's Adventure Sparks has a toilet bowl commode on there. Let's see. All things run. Supposed to be like a hurricane this weekend on the east. Really? Oh, I didn't hear that, Ron. I heard it was supposed to be another big storm coming through, but I'm looking out my window and there's about 2 feet of solid pack of snow. So it's just going to be, yeah, internet weather, guys. Yep. It's amazing. I just, I'm hoping one day, guys, I can move down south and look back at the snow and say, no more. My brother called me from Florida and he said, Tim, I just want to let you know that we got no snow. And my brother in Western Massachusetts had a bunch. Of course, he was living down in the Cape and he enjoyed the fact that he was getting some snow now. And I said, well, you can have my snow. And my oldest brothers told me that he had some snow. So they're both in Western Massachusetts and getting snow. And I think we've got about as much. We're probably about 90 miles, give or take, maybe 100 miles from each other. So yeah, a lot of snow. And in fact, I'm on well water, and so the top of the stack of the well, you know how it comes out of the ground with a pipe? It's just about maybe about 6 inches from the top of the stack of the pipe. So let's see. Simply Debbie Sue said we're gonna get something coming this weekend. Yep. And then Sam said he really dislikes them. Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I'm disliking every time I have to go out there and clear it. My goodness, it's just crazy. We got so much snow, and the snow is about, I would say, 3 feet on my deck, on the back deck. The snow that's piled up. In fact, it's piled up on the air conditioner outside. And it's funny because there's a track from I have let's see, euonymus bushes are probably about 12 feet from my air conditioner unit. And the air conditioner unit has about 3 feet of snow on top of it. But between the air conditioner and the euonymus bushes, there's been little tracks going across the snow. And they almost look like three. That's probably about the best way I could describe it. Let's see. like a series of 3 tracks going across the snow. I don't know what that is, but it goes up to the air conditioner and back from the air conditioner to so if any of you know what might be like a three-toe track, but they're very light on their feet because they would punch through the snow. But something's going to the air conditioner and back. But I get the biggest kick out of it. I was showing my contractor, but something is doing that. Of course, the deer walk through and the squirrels are going nuts. They're chasing each other all over the place and they're trying to figure out where they put all their stuff. And the bottom of the bushes were just they're up to the bottom of the euonymus bushes. Let's see. Sam says, when I was a kid, we lived in India, and I remember the snow over my head. It would freeze, and then we make talk. Yes, yes, Sam. My brothers would talk about that in my. We were New Jersey transplants to Cape Cod in 1971, and they would talk, and they lived in Randolph Township, which was there was a lot of mining in there, but tons of snow. And they would talk about building tunnels through the snow. It was so high. And of course, Cape Cod, you never got anything like that. Once in a blue moon, you might get a big storm, maybe the blizzard of 78. But yeah, they had, in fact, when the lightning used to strike in, let's see, uh, in that area, it would because of all the iron mines, it would strike the street and the lightning would stitch up and down the street because the mines were underneath the street. So yeah, Randolph Township, New Jersey, right around the Morristown area. So yeah, uh, yeah, the snow's wonderful, but I hope one day to be in the sunshine, sitting on the back deck and let's see. Oh, Tumbleweed. Hey, Tumbleweed's on fire. Thank you for joining us. Isn't it Monday? No, it's Tuesday, believe it or not, sir. It is Tuesday night, and this got away from me. It got away from me too. It's my because of the snow, my contractor wasn't there doing work in the house. And so of course, it's Tuesday and I'm thinking it's Monday. I said, oh my goodness, I've got to do a live stream tonight. And of course, I don't know if any of you watched some of I did some impromptu, I cheated. I did some impromptu live streams over the weekend. And yeah, let's see, retirement problems. Yeah. Retirement. Let's see, what day of week is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. It's it's true. I have to ask the speaker, the Echo device. I say it by its proper name, but it will always answer me. I said, "What day is it? Wh- What day are we on?" Because it's all the weekend to me. Short of having to be up for my contractor who comes in and does work in the house. It could be Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Wednesday, whatever. It doesn't matter anymore. Not like when I was getting up for work. So yeah, it's things change, and and it's funny. Retirement takes different stages, and I'm sure you can attest. It's like when you first start on retirement, it has one dynamic, and you kind of get used to retirement, and kind of settling things in, and then it takes another form, and my retirement has taken many different forms. Not to the point yet where my wife and I are both retired. I mean, I'm retired now. She's still working. I'm a kept man. She gets the life insurance. Yes, I'm a kept man. Uh, but we're hoping at some point we'll both be retired. And then to me, that would be the ultimate. That's where we're both doing some things together and starting that true retirement dynamic. I've been retired about 3 years now, but I've been working on the house, doing things here, like my camouflage handkerchief, and getting things together because we weren't able to do the work on the house for many years. So now's the time to do it. But it's coming along. This office has evidently been painted. It's all redone. And then the bathroom, we've got a brand new little bathroom. That's all redone. The dining room is just finished up being painted and fixed. We'll have the front room. So we're coming in for a landing soon. Finally, after 3 years, I think we'll finally be together, and then we can kind of organize stuff. So it's wonderful. So let's see. Any questions about the laptop? I'll ask you that. Anything, any techie type questions or anything like, hey, I was looking for a laptop and whatever. Let's see. 3 years, that's a long time. Yeah. So 2023, I retired because I was stressed out in my job. I was a software developer, actually a database engineer for Leidos. We were migrating data off of hospital information systems, and I migrated up to that from my proprietary support position for the Meditech operating system, and that was sunset. And so I needed another job, and of course, I knew SQL and I knew a bunch of different things. So I figured, okay, well, let me just do that. And but I think the stress was too much, and I was over my head a little bit, and it was just too much at that point. And honestly, at 59 and a half, I had enough to retire, and it was time. And so for me, that was the right time. But let's see, Simply Debbie Sue. Good. A question about the laptop. What's the battery life on the laptop? Phenomenal. So standby, if you close this and you left it to the end of the week, the battery would still be alive. So I just charged this the other day, and I have like 74%. I had it 4 days on the laptop, on and off, with using a little bit and not using a little bit. Um, it lasted 4 days. And so they say that it has 35 hours of battery life. So of course you have to average that out with, you know, how much you use it. Are you all day using it? But honestly, Debbie Sue, I've been on laptops my whole working career. I've never had a laptop that has lasted as long as this, and not plugged in. Usually, laptops are just laptops plugged in. They're like a desktop, but a laptop, and you have to have them plugged in because they'll run out of battery. They just run out. It has a terabyte of hard drive, has 32 gig of RAM. That's what. And if you get this laptop as it is from HP now, you can get the exact from my video earlier. I think it's about $900 now. I had it $220 also. I picked the right time. So let's see. Oh, Ron's okay. Ron, thank you for joining us. Have a great night. Thank you for joining. What's the size screen? It's 2K of resolution. It's a terabyte hard drive, 32 gig of RAM, and it's a 14-inch display. So, it pops right up. It's an OLED display. It has, so let's see if I can type this right. There's my channel. Nice. But it's a beautiful display. And so I like it. It has a nice mouse pad. It almost feels like it's metal, to be honest with you. But I think it's plastic, but it feels like metal. The display is beautiful. And honestly, for the money that you pay for it, I mean, I think it's akin to like a MacBook Air. So yeah, it's not 4K, but it's 2K. And like I said before, if you read an email, like I'm looking at a 32-inch monitor now. If I were to bring up email, I would be able to see everything in front of me, and I could have all my tasks and do all this stuff, plenty of room. Now on a 14-inch display, obviously this display is a little bit closer, so things are going to be a little scrunched. You can scroll in between things, so you might want to close one of the things to do. But honestly, that's not what you could plug it into a monitor or an external display if you wanted more real estate. That's always open. But what you get with this is you could sit with this on the couch. You could do a live stream with your YouTube channel. You could watch YouTube videos. You could watch Netflix, anything. You could do most anything. It's wonderful, and it'll do it for you. I haven't run into a limitation. Like I said, my friend, not my friend, a person I follow, Paul Thurrott. It's oh, Tumbleweed on Fire. Thanks for joining us, Tumbleweed. Uh, it's the best laptop he's ever used for the price, and it's the best used laptop for life battery lifetime that he's ever used. But don't buy the. Here's the thing: when you get this, the OmniBook 5, get the Snapdragon processor. Because if you get the AMD or the uh, Intel chip, the battery life will not be anywhere like it. You won't get the performance. The Snapdragon processor is definitely the way to go. Yes, Tumbleweed Twit, the Twit network, twit.tv. It's Windows Weekly. Paul Thurrott is on Thurrott.com. And it is Windows 11. So, yes. And it does well. It's got the AI assistant, but I don't really use that. I found I if you're on the Amazon network, honestly, if you signed up for the Echo device a early access, they actually have a web page called alexa.amazon.com, and they've got an AI model which you can get a lot of stuff that you would get through ChatGPT. So that's something to check out. Let's see. Mike says I have a 2021 MacBook Pro that chugs along. I can't just yeah, that is the MacBook Pros are wonderful. And is that so 2021, is that the M2 or the M1 processor that they put in it? The MacBooks are honestly, I bought one for myself and I bought one for my wife. It was the M3 MacBook Air with okay, thank you, M1. We bought the M3. It was on sale in 2024 for Christmas. We got the M3 with 512 of storage and 24 gig of RAM, and it was the M3. It is a beautiful laptop. I don't have it with me anymore because I gave it to my daughter, who's a graphic artist student, who now works for the state of New York, and it is doing all her graphic work. She does remote work for the state of New York on it, and it is fantastic. It is a powerhouse. It is a beautiful Apple does a wonderful job with its equipment. There's just but you pay a premium for it. And of course, now, as I said earlier, the RAM prices, because of all the AI building that's going on, the RAM prices are going, and memory prices are going through the roof. If you looked for RAM memory to upgrade anything, I've seen it. It's been a threefold increase on memory prices. So right now, Apple, although it was expensive with the memory upgrades, it it used to be extremely expensive. With they're like, oh, if you want this, it's 200 more. But now, actually, with the price of memory, it's not so bad. They become the good guys instead of the bad guys with the upgrade pricing. But this was but for 900 bucks, you're still coming under the MacBook. Is it I think if you had to choose between the MacBook Air and this, you might do if you're doing a lot of artistic type work, I would recommend the MacBook. This HP is a good deal. If you can get it on sale, even 900 bucks is a great deal for 32 gig of RAM and a terabyte. Let's see. Sam said, I don't like Apple because no Windows. Yeah, if you like Windows, and I do both. I'm kind of being a software guy. I'll work on whatever. I prefer Windows because I understand the drive structure better. But Apple puts out a beautiful piece of equipment. I absolutely love it. I love Windows, and actually Linux has some really good stuff too. Mike says it's so expensive now. Fixed income gets in the way. Yeah, if you're retired and have a fixed income and you don't have much of a margin be on what you can spend on technology, absolutely. They I think, Ron put it well in his videos that, All Things Ron. you got to know your expenses and you got to know what you're bringing in. So if you're only relying upon Social Security, um, you got to know what your expenses are and then what you're going to be able to cover. And then, so I've heard a whole bunch of stories, and Social Security is a whole different thing too, because some people I've known some people who get very little in Social Security because they've never put as much into the system. Other people who are collecting a whole lot of money out of Social Security because they put more into the system. So, but you have to work within the parameters you're given. So, Rod has some great videos, so I'll defer to him and others on that, but I'll share at some point. But I'm not collecting Social Security yet. I'm doing just what I've saved. My wife's not collecting either yet, so she's working. She'll retire at some point, but we'll live upon what we've saved and then wait till we're 70 and maximize it out. That's just our plan. Not everybody's able to do that, but you have to work within a framework. And so as we retired, and you have a certain framework, a certain parameter which you're tied into, and you only have so much buffer, and things are always going up. So you have to be very sensitive of that. So, did I say something off? Mike's Adventure Sparks. Don't say that about price. It's true though. If it's about RAM, yeah. I'm sorry, Mike. It's true. I've heard it from a few different sources, and the gist is this is because the manufacturers are buying based upon speculated price. So somebody like Apple, and of course these guys buy huge quantities of memory, like your Apples, your HP, your Dells, you name the manufacturer. They buy huge quantities of memory based upon a predetermined price of what they're going to pay. And sometimes it can come into like Apple buys huge amounts of memory and they come in and agree to price. And others like HP and Dell and so on have a speculated price that they come in on. And from what I've heard lately, that may all go out the window because the AI model, which we've all heard about AI, unless you've had your head under a rock. I mean, AI must have come up somewhere, artificial intelligence, but they build in these huge facilities with all this computing power and memory and storage and blah 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 blah. And they're buying up things, and it's driving supply and demand. Right? It builds the price keeps on going up, and that's happened to RAM. It's happened to storage. So what you used to get for $100 may cost you $300 now. So yeah, that's where it's at. It's a scary. So luckily, I don't have to buy anything. If you can wait off any purchases, or you can come into a good deal, or even start looking at Apple because that might be a good deal. And the HP runs. All these guys run sales. They want to sell equipment, so they might have some already pre-built things that they can sell at a certain price. So yeah, that it's just the nature of the beast. It'll go through, and then AI will be the bubble, and then that will burst, and then all the air will go out of that, and then they'll do something else, and then the prices will come down again. So it's just the way things go. So anyway, any other questions about the laptop or anything like that? I know I've kind of talked all over the place, but yeah, I mean, if you can get this, and if it's got the Snapdragon X Plus, I would recommend that. Get as much memory RAM as you can get and as much storage because you could always use that. It's a beautiful laptop. You can't go wrong with the HP. And the power supply is not big. It's small. It's like a Kindle charger. It's small. And this is great. Let's see. Yeah, I am liking it, Mike. And I was glad I got into it. Because I don't like overpaying for something that I'm just using. It becomes a glorified paperweight. I mean, because let's face it, I've got the laptop, I've got the computer, I've got the phone, I've got a Kindle. I've got, gosh, I've got an Android device. It's like I've got this tech all over the place. And so, I mean, the amount of tech that I've got now, my father would only dream of. His head would spin just thinking about all this. So I think I'll be okay. You know, I just have to work on the content that we're providing here. But yeah, any other questions, guys? Any other thoughts? Are you curious about me, about who I am, about anything I'm doing, about maybe I've said something that sparked a question, or maybe something you wondered about me, who I am, um, what kind of guy I am. I know Sam has gotten on me about specifics of where I live, but like I said, I keep that a little vague just because my wife's still working. So I don't want her employer nailing me down as to, oh, you're Lisa's wife, Lisa's husband. It wouldn't be Lisa's wife, Lisa's husband. So, we keep that kind of general. So, but yeah, I'm loving doing this channel. Channel's doing okay. There's definitely check out the links on my YouTube channel for other channels that I'm watching. And there's some really great success stories. Of course, always check out Buzz and Steve's Retirement Corner. I mean, check out Rick's channel as well. Show him some love over there and subscribe. Mike Adventure Sparks. He's at Mike's Retirement Corner, Tumbleweed on Fire. Um, you know, Sam's at Retire Inspired, Simply Debbie Sue, and all the other channels that maybe that I'm missing here. But I appreciate you guys, and I watch all of you guys, and I appreciate you so much. And I look forward to seeing the content you put out there. And let's see how the adventure continues. I'll keep you updated how this works out. Hopefully, it won't turn out to be a dud, but so far so good. You have a wonderful week. I'm probably going to wrap it up. And believe it or not, I just we broke a record. It's over an hour. I'm like, can you believe that? That I was actually able to talk that long. My goodness. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. You're awesome. And you have a great week. Be safe out there. If it snows, stay warm, stay safe, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye bye, everybody. Good night.